Hello, this is Thomas, K4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. And this morning, I'm here with my buddy Eric, who's over here at the car. Hi, Eric.
Hello.
And we're at Lake Alma State Park here in southeastern Ohio, and about to do a field activation. And we're going to do an activation. We're hoping it's probably going to be really crap propagation today. It was horrible yesterday. I'm sure it's probably going to be bad today. We're en route to Dayton, Ohio for Hamvention. Actually, tomorrow is 4 days in May, and we decided to do some POTA on the way over. I'm taking a look at trees right now. People have asked me before, like, what I look for when I'm going to do an activation and I want to put a line in a tree. And this is, we passed by this shelter on the way over here. Eric knows this park. It's a very small park. He thinks there may be another shelter and a gazebo over there. But when I drove past this, I was like, oh, this is ideal. And here's the reason why. It has a shelter, and it's been raining off and on. I think it's actually starting to clear out now. We may not have any rain, but the shelter's right here. And there's a tree here, and you can see that it has big branches, and they come up over really close to where the shelter is. So if I want to put up a 40-meter end-fed half wave, I can shoot it up into this tree and run it straight from here. And that's just like a really ideal situation when you've got a tree like this that's nearby. So that's what we're going to try to do today. I'm probably going to hand the camera over to Eric since I've got a camera guy. And we are going to use the TR-45L today, the skinny. I brought it along with the idea that Eric can use it, and other people that I run into doing POTA here around Hamvention can use it. Oops. The weight fell down in my bag. This is a really, really good tree for, or a good situation where you've got everything is like right there. It's easy to set up. Now, I may not hit the tree the first time, we'll see, but that'll work. Let me grab this end with the idea that I'm going to pull it out a little bit from the tree, and I have to have something to grab onto. Okay, you know what? This will be fine. It'll go straight up into the tree. It's going to touch some of the branches, but it won't matter. That the antenna can deal with that. And or should I redo it with it closer to the end? Yeah, you know what? I will do that because it'll be fun to do another line throw. And I'm going to try to go more toward the end instead of the middle of the tree, so it's less of a vertical. So I'll position myself right here, and it gives me an extra time to throw it, which I actually like this part of the activation, so I'm good with that. I used a lot of my line to do this. I'll try to shoot it this way. There are actually a lot of options here. There's so many trees. This would be a good one to put up a dipole or a vertical loop antenna. That would all work here. There we go. That'll be really good right there. Okay. So what I really like about throw lines is this whole process right here is very simple, quick, easy to do. And we'll get the antenna. And I'll throw this over there toward my bag. I've got my trusty MW0SAW 40-meter end-fed half wave that I've used a million times. This is just one that he built for me, and I have used so much. It is a QRT antenna, and you can tell that because the toroid here is a really tiny one. So it's really made for like 5-10 watts, which is perfect for what I do. And we'll put this guy up in the tree here. These are really fun. These are great trees to practice on. Ones like this, where you've got all this clearance, because you just have so much space to play with it. Now what I'm going to do, since I've got all this room, I'm not used to having this much room to do this. I'm going to go ahead and string out most of the antenna so that it doesn't tangle when I pull it up into the tree. It is going to be nearly a vertical with a little bit coming off the side. But I think we need to use as much antenna as we can today. I'll be honest, this is not a day I'd use the AX1 with the way conditions are, because it's kind of rough. I'm pretty sure that we're going to find that conditions are rough today. There we go. Just pull this up. Very lightweight, so it goes through the tree nicely. There we go. There we go. The little end piece on there is a little bit stuck, but it pulls through. And, well, there came a stick. There's the antenna. I'll pull it up about that far, and you can see, let's see, what I'll do is tie this off so that that end of the antenna is, no, I won't. No, I won't. You know what I'll do is grab the weight over here and just use the weight to hold the antenna down. Thank you, cameraman. There we go. Perfect.
I hope I'm a cameraman. I don't see anything on the display.
It should be working. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Okay. And let's grab the feed line now, which is plenty long. This is an ABR BNC to BNC RG316 with some inline ferrites. Anytime you have a choke and you're using an end-fed half wave, you want the choke at the radio side of the feed line. You're so gonna love using the TR-45L skinny, Eric. You want to do your activation first, you said?
I didn't say that. I can,
I think you should.
but I've already done this park and you haven't, so you
Okay,
should do
well,
it first.
if you want, I can do it first. It doesn't matter.
Get credit for a new park.
This is the Mike, and I can't think of his call sign now, sorry about that. This is his 3D printed cover. I had one on my TR-45L, the larger one. It has a cover for the front and the back for that one because I have the ATU and stuff on the back of it. But the skinny only needs one on the front, and it fits really perfectly in my bag and protects the front of it. I really like this. Mike is one of the many cool people that make amateur radio products that are actually amateur radio operators themselves. I love this radio. Everything you need is right here, like everything. All of the controls, keyer speed, side tone control, all of that's just right here. There's a button and a switch for everything, and I love that.
How do you access the menu?
There isn't much of a menu. That's the great thing about it. There isn't really a menu on this. That is a good question, Eric. Did I bring a key in with this, or did I need to grab one? Oh, I did. I did bring a key. I just have a CW Morse key here. And there is no internal battery, no internal ATU with this particular, with the skinny. But you get a lot flatter package. And I just wish he still made these. That is the only negative about this, is he doesn't make these anymore. And let's see here, paddles.
We have some mosquitoes here.
Nice. I actually brought a mosquito repeller.
I have spray somewhere.
If they're not too bad, I won't worry about it. But I actually have a whole separate throw line in here, but I decided to use my heavier throw weight. I've got a T1 antenna tuner in here as well. So if I decided to go on 30, we looked at the propagation on the way in here and it said 40 is really bad, but 30 and 20 are a little healthier. Probably not wonderful, but I've got this if I need it. Okay, now did I bring, I did, got a little, you'll have to remind me what the park number is. Go ahead and set this down here. Eric's going to wait and see what the propagation's like before he starts playing radio. I think that's what it is.
It's US 1967.
1967, that was a great year. I was 4 years old, and the world was my oyster, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. So we'll start on 20 meters. So let's go to band select. I want to hear something. I'm not hearing. I'm hearing stuff. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. We'll go 56.5 and see if anybody's here.
So the A index is 9 and the K index is 3.
Ooh, that's fast. Look at that. You want to see what the, I'll put it in the straight key. You want to see what the, that's the SWR. Like almost perfect. Okay. See, straight key and paddle. So simple, so beautiful.
You want to use a white rook?
I could actually. No, you know what? I'll do it on my next activation. I've already got this in, and it'll make it easier when I write my gear list to not have to have 2 different ones in there. Okay, let's see. Oh, so I'll put it about 20 words a minute. This is good. Look at that. It's so, oh. Okay. Okay, so the park number is...
Do you want me to, 1967. Do you want me to spot you or wait to see if auto spots?
67 or 76?
67.
67, okay, I was thinking you said 76 before. Okay, so I'll let it auto spot. And it's Lake Alma. And this is TR-45L, infed half wave. I have announced it, so hopefully that works. And 20 meters CW. What else did I normally put? Oh yeah, the date, 14 May 2025. And the time is 9, 10, 11, 12, no, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 1300 hours. Okay. There we go. Readjust my camera here.
We have several operators on 40 meters right now.
We could go down to 40 if we needed to.
You are spotted.
Oh, W1 VEI, of course it is. Was that confusing with my signal reports? Since I gave him a 539, then a 529. Sorry about that. Still in Connecticut? I hope he's coming to Hamvention. Let's move your mic down here maybe, and it'll probably pick up, since you're not talking too much, maybe it'll pick up the...
AJ7DT.
No, wait. Well, he came up a little bit. Maybe he is a 7.
He's a very, very reliable hunter. I work him lots.
Oh, yeah, Big River, 6982. Listen to that audio.
It's beautiful. The side tone is a nice clear note.
That side tone's a little. Okay, I think I got that right.
Yeah.
Ooh, you came way up. Was that Idaho as well?
I didn't.
I think I heard it.
Probably right.
Oh, wait. There's the side tone control. It's still in relation to the gain, but
That meter's beautiful.
I know, I love it. This radio in general just is like so fun to operate.
UTQ.
That's okay, take your time. Ooh, that's loud.
Oh, Z.
Z. came up a little bit. Actually, I should have had the RF gain up a little bit better. I should have probably given all these people 5 nines. I had the RF gain down because last time I think I used this, I had a lot of static crashes. We may find that the bands are up and down today too.
How many do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Not bad.
I don't mind having the filter wide open.
No.
I need to take some photos. Sorry, it's loud. Gotcha. Is that RI, I heard?
Could be. Yeah, hold on.
You're stronger than I thought. Okay, how do I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Is that just 9? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay, I need one more. I may get 1 or 2 more, and then we'll switch over to you.
Work as many as you want, and I'll do 40. Since apparently 40 is active.
Okay, let's see here. Let's go down to. Yeah. audio on this is beautiful. Is there anyone on?
This park is very... Morrow Mountain State Park.
Okay, 40 meters. I just need to remember this is 40 meters. Usually I put a line in for that. There we go. Okay, so I know that that frequency is busy. 53.9.
So for those who can't see, I'm feeding him park-to-park spots.
Yeah, he's showing me park-to-park spots over here, which makes it really nice for...
It's KL7NL I'm trying to work. Who's in North Carolina, not Alaska.
Yeah. That'd be great. I've never heard of Singletary Lake State Park. That's not a familiar one to me. It must be way on the east side of state. The audio, this is wonderful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I've got to get him now because he's down in the logs.
I have an eraser.
I think you won't hear too, but I don't want to use it. Plus he's in North Carolina, gotta work North. He did say that, didn't he?
Good.
Good to get you in the logs, buddy. I usually send GL in there to say good luck.
I do for park-to-park.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Now what I'll do is stop here because I don't have to call QRT, and we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11's good because we're doing a rove today, so we don't want to spend a long time on here. And then you can just
try to work him.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move over, and it's Eric's part of the activation. So I'm going to be the peanut gallery. He's going to use a single lever white root key. Oh, that's the white root key you were going to use. Okay, that's good. I will have to put that in the gear links as well.
Volume.
taking pictures of my... There we go. We can slow it down if you... He's like forgiving you. Okay, now when you move to a different frequency, we can adjust some things for you so that it maybe be a little more comfortable.
52.
I mean, just the audio is so clear, the noise floor is low. This is a good park too. There's not a lot of noise here. Do you want me to help you find some spots, or?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Let's see. If I get some other park to parks, and I'll start running. KE8PZN is in West Virginia.
And check this out. I have already gotten a QSL card from W1SSN. That's cool.
Oh, he's got a pile up.
He's got a nice pile up. Wow, 40 meters. See, this is the thing. We checked the propagation beforehand, and it said the 40 meters was horrible. And it's actually very healthy right now. There's not a lot of QRN. I mean, just listen to the audio. It's wonderful. This is where also having a nice, good old 40 meter infed half wave, nearly ideally deployed, really works too. I'll take a picture here while I'm doing this. I'll come back over to Eric here in a second, don't worry.
All right. He has too much of a pile up.
Why don't you start calling somewhere?
I will. It's a YouTuber syndrome.
YouTuber syndrome.
Yeah.
Who were you working?
I was trying to work PZN.
Oh, PZN. Okay,
He's
yeah.
got a
James.
big pile up.
This is probably his 12th park this morning. There we go. This is... I'll check to see if you're spotted or not. I'll spot you if you haven't.
It's like my key is sticking here. So.
Eric likes using these white rook paddles, which are really nice, very simple paddles. Been around for ages too. What county is this?
I had it in my notes that didn't make it to my phone.
That's all right. That's all right. One of the ops is asking me what county it is in the QSL. Or
We can look it up.
I'll do that. I'll get you in here. Let's see. Let's get this refreshed.
I am auto spotted.
Oh, you are? Okay, good. Then don't worry about it then. I'll QRT myself. Oh, W0YES is out. Oh, it's picking up. Be able to see if Eric can talk and key at the same time. That's a negatory. I can't do it either. Yeah. K4SK. It's hard for me to get the camera in there where Eric's working, but
My finger is sticking to the paddle. North Carolina.
yay! Good old NC. It's really fun for me to travel up here. It's really funny because when you're doing POTA, you're used to the same contacts. I mean, like so like your 40 meter, 20 meter footprints for your and 30 meters, whatever meter band you're on, tend to be kind of the same in your geographic region where you're operating. And so it's kind of cool when you are in a different area. Even shifting it as far as North Carolina to Ohio, for me, I hear operators I don't normally get to work, and that's kind of fun. because I see people, subscribers to the YouTube channel and also on QRPR.com, that all of a sudden I'm hearing their call signs, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. And it just makes that much of a difference moving a few states over. Like driving wise, it's like a 7-hour drive from where I live to here in Southeast Ohio. And it makes just enough of a difference that you kind of shift that propagation footprint, and you work people that you don't normally get to work. And you get to work some ones you always work anyway, but for me it's fun to come to North Carolina and then work a bunch of Ohio, and work a bunch of North Carolina stations. I better be quiet so he can...
You're fine.
Okay.
I had to adjust my key.
So you can see what Eric does is he has a scratch sheet that he uses for copying the call signs, so he keeps his log nice and clean. He has used these same log sheets since the days of National Parks on the Air, where he has he thinks through everything. Sometimes he actually has ones made out for the park that's pre-printed, so it has a park number already on it, but he can tell really quickly how many contacts he's gotten based on how he does his log sheets. That's a really clever way to do it. I'm just used to using these right in the rain pads, so I tend to use this, but...
Sometimes my finger sticks to the rubber pad and pulls off
Pulls it
and
off.
get an extra dip. I need to adjust the spacing a little bit. I have 7.
I think you can probably do this whole thing on 40 if you wanted to.
I'm going to change keys.
Why don't you use my double paddle?
The KX3 for the fielding so long.
So he's got another, what are you using this time? Oh, it's a different white
It's a
rook.
white rook.
Another white rook, okay.
This is the one that travels with my KH1.
So just so you can see this a little closer here, it's a really simple paddle. These have been around a long time, actually. I think it was the very first key I ever saw Eric use in the field. Where's White Rook based?
US somewhere.
Somewhere in the US. He's been making these paddles for ages. They're very simple. You can see the connections on the inside. A little piece of this kind of vinyl plastic stuff here. All these parts you can buy them separately to replace them if something goes bad. But I like them. He really likes these. The only negative with them is they're super, super lightweight, so there's no way you're going to put this on a heavy base to hold it still. You do have to hold this key, but I mean, a lot of my keys are that way. In fact, my CW Morse keys over there is very similar. But I like these. Eventually that little plastic arm does start to, it gets to a point where you have to replace that, but it must be like 15 years or something. It's a very, very long time that they last, so.
I've had to replace one.
Yeah, and he uses them all the time, so. It's all of a sudden gotten really quiet. You could always go up to 20 meters if you had to, but.
Okay, let's try some hunting.
So I'm going to try to figure out what county we're in here real quick. Let's see.
It's probably Jackson.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably Jackson too. But I don't know my Ohio counties as well as I used to. There could be...
Okay, N5BO, Lieutenant Indiana, should be able to hear him. Did you work him?
Who?
N5BO.
No.
Oh, BB shortly. So he must have
Is he hunting?
something.
We can move you up to 20 meters.
That's fine. Just want to see what we can get here. Blue Lick State Park.
Eric is a
Blue
very
Lick's
seasoned
battlefield.
activator, by the way. On his website, WD8RIF.com, he has a field report. Is that what you call it? Is it field reports? It's called...
I call them web reports, field reports, after action reports.
Yes. And he has the most comprehensive list of... He has every field report for every single activation or any field event he's done, period. And it dates all the way back to when I first met him in 1997 and earlier, including field days, QRPs to the field, sprints, freeze your butt off. Ooh, off camera here, I'm finding some trash I can throw away. Where's the trash can? There's no trash can here. I think this is Vinton County, not Jackson.
Okay, could be, yeah. It's funny to hear the same hunters trying to work the guy I'm trying to work that just worked me when I was calling. Okay, he's not hearing me.
No.
Let's see where BB is. He's back yet.
Eric, have you ever done a full activation just on park to parks?
Mm-hmm. When I have more time.
Yeah, I do see some mosquitoes here, but they're not too bad.
For Ohio State Parks in the air, when the rest of the club is doing side bend, I'll set up the KX2 or the KX3 and then just hunt park to parks because we're there for 8 hours.
Right.
And usually it doesn't take nearly that long.
I hope you guys are able to hear him okay. I moved the microphone. We have two microphones, and I moved the mic closer to the radio mainly so the audio between the radio and our voices were similar, but there you go. You're getting him.
I missed it.
No, go for it now. Go now. Ah. Go, go, go. You only need, what, 2 more? Yeah.
I'm not concerned.
No.
This isn't like it was over the weekend.
He had, Eric had he's had some really tough activations lately. Mainly because he's been activating and conditions have been so poor. I've had lots of people write to me complaining about how, you know, they tried a new radio or a new antenna and it didn't work. And I'm like, no, it's propagation. Because the propagation has just been dead. It's been totally dead. Yesterday, I went to a park, Camp Creek State Park in West Virginia, and had planned to do an activation there en route to Ohio. And very similar situation where I had some trees around a picnic shelter like this. It was down in a valley, it's in the mountains, you know, but I was getting ready to hop on the air, and I heard a very distant rumble of thunder, and I thought, no, I'm not going to use an infrared half wave. I'll just use my AX1 underneath the shelter, thinking that, you know, it's a little bit safer, but the storm wasn't that close. And I hopped on the air with the AX1, and keep in mind, yeah, the AX1's a compromised antenna. It's just a 4-foot width antenna that I had on the table, but I tuned around the 20-meter band, and there were no signals there at all, like none. I heard not a single signal, and I had a good match on the antenna and everything. It just turned out that band conditions were really poor, but I was going to go ahead and go for the activation, and then a really loud clap of thunder happened. So the lightning was very close by, and it moved in quickly on me. We had lots of pop-ups and things moving through the area. There you go. Maryland. But anyway, if the conditions, if I had 45 minutes to wait, I could have waited for the storm to possibly pass, but I didn't have that much time, so I just packed up and went back. So he's got exactly 10 right now.
I like one extra.
Yeah, it is nice having an extra one.
And you should get my KX3 out and hook up the dummy load.
And work you real quick.
Park. So we both get credit for this park.
Ooh.
Dummy load should be in that baggie of bits.
Okay.
That's antenna.
Okay.
No
Oh, I see another one in here. Sorry, you're hearing all the noise from me
You find it?
I'm just looking for a key. Okay, cool. Yep, there's my key.
7063. Getting sunshine. You drifted a bit.
Did I? So Eric has he was using a Cootie with his KX3 last time he used it.
Oh,
so,
was I?
Yeah, so it's set up for straight key.
Oh,
And
sorry.
no, that's okay. That's the reason. So I used one half of my paddle to make the contact.
I don't remember the last time I used that. Oh, I was probably using it with the bug last time.
That was easy enough.
Okay.
Okay, Eric, I can't remember how you had this packed in here.
I'll do
so
it.
I'm going to let you do it. I'll show you his kit real quick since he's off the air now. This is Eric's kit. He uses this little, and I owned one of these for a very short period of time, this little low pro backpack. Let's see, and we can stick the microphone back on you so we can actually hear you now if you talk. You'll just you can clip it on if you want to. But this is, it actually fits everything really nicely, but I can't remember how he had his radio in here. But he's got his KX3. He actually has the little Anderson power pole adapter on it. He has a 4.5-hour lithium iron phosphate battery. This is an Unen, 4-to-1 Unen, which comes in really handy. I'm not sure what that is.
What's that?
It's like a little reel.
That's a reel of rope.
Reel of rope, okay. And
That's
then his like
70 feet of
antenna
rope.
bags.
And that's a 28.5 foot end-fed random wire with 3 counterpoise wires. And those are tools and bits.
Tools to fix everything when it breaks.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and start putting things up here. So, what's
Thank
the
you for
verdict
the-
about the TR-45L Skinny?
I love it.
Isn't it an awesome radio?
And it weighs nothing.
It does. It's super lightweight. It's a pleasure to operate. Audio is so clean. There's no fatigue at all when you're operating, like audio-wise.
How does the 35 compare, performance-wise?
I think that they're very similar. The receiver and everything's very similar. Of course, the 35, has no internal speaker or anything, but it's lovely. I should have brought it with me. I haven't used that one in a long time. I let Charlie in J7V. I sent it to him to use a few times, and he really liked it. So he took it on a few activations out there in Arizona, and I just he sent it back to me, and I hadn't used it since he did. It's probably been a year, but I use the TR-45Ls a ton. I think a lot of it, to be honest, I'm a little biased to the radios that are easier for me to set up and do activation videos with. And those with good internal speakers just make it a little easier on me. So I tend to gravitate toward those more often. And so I'll put this on here.
I'm going to take advantage of these tools that you found.
Okay.
I'm going to try to adjust the gap on this white rook.
Yeah. Sure thing.
These are fun little keys, but they're not really made to be adjustable. So what I have to do is...
You can do that. Hi. No, and in fact, we're getting ready to leave right now, so...
That's fine. You don't have to. I just didn't want to interrupt if you guys...
Nope, we're good. It's not reserved. Sure. There we go. So I don't have to worry about this being harmed in the bag at all. Not that it would be really, but...
That's why I was getting the extra dits, is because it was bouncing.
And let's see.
Because the contact was too close. Okay.
Put the battery in here.
That should work better.
You start hearing CW and everything, all of the little noises around you.
The birds.
The birds.
The backup beepers.
Why does it keep sending me an M or whatever?
Okay.
We have a toaster that when it finishes toasting, it goes diddy, 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 and I'm like, A. Why does it keep sending an A? Sometimes when you do an event like Field Day where you're in front of the radio for hours at a time,
Yep.
you really start to hear CW in everything. You'll get in an elevator and hear CW in just somewhere in there.
Refrigerator compressor.
Yes, that's exactly right. It's just the weirdest thing.
Yep.
Here we go.
Well, thank you, Thomas.
Yeah. I like hoping some other people, I'm gonna let Vince use the 45L as well. Let's see here. Let him use it, and then, there we go.
Did you buy a Low Pro Traveler 150?
I did one time, this little
try.
backpack.
Yeah, that's what the KX3 lives in.
I did. I didn't like the size of it for actually, taking it to the field and putting it on my back.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I still don't
Well, my
have it.
son makes fun of me when I wear it because he says I look like a Japanese schoolgirl because it's too small.
It is kind of a small backpack.
But it's perfect for car travel.
It should be
with
a
the
Hello
KX3.
Kitty one. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
You need a Hello Kitty version, then it would just fit perfectly. Some people coming here to use the shelter. We're happy to relinquish. Sorry, it's going to be hard for you to hold the camera as I do all this. Okay. Throw that back over there. Got to be a little careful just throwing those throw weights because sometimes if the grass is tall, you may not be able to find it easily. Now, here is a tip. Now, this is a very healthy tree, and I don't see any issue with it. But when you roll up your antenna or anything like that, you don't want to be directly underneath a branch. And the reason you don't want to do that is if it knocks one out and it happens to knock out like a widowmaker or something you didn't already see, it'll fall on your head. So you move back a little bit from it. And we'll go ahead, get this wound up. I think Steve ever knew that I'd use this antenna as much as I have. It's just really handy and it packs away nicely. I like the Soda Beams winder. It's very effective. He did a great job building it. There we go. Here we go. And pull that guy off. This around. And that's that. Now I just got to wind up my throw line and I'm good to go. These micromanager packs from Red Ox, I love them. they have gotten pricey. They're made in the United States, and it's just the reality of American-made goods that they're expensive, and they've gone up in price a bit over the past few years. But I have 3 of these in our household. I bought my wife one, and I have this one, and I have another black one that I purchased. I really love these. They're just the right size. They're padded nicely. They really fit radios well. I'd love to work with Redox to make some radio-specific bags, but again, reality is it's expensive to do that because, oh look, I used every bit of that line. This would be a time that I could go to the other end and pull this through. In fact, maybe I'll do that. So when I've used the whole line anyway, I'll pull this out and we'll flip it and we'll take this end of the line and attach it here. There's another little piece of paper I can pick up. We'll attach it here. There we go. So I'll be doing the whole line this time. And I'm almost directly underneath the tree, so let me move back a little bit. Move back over here. There we go. That's going to give me enough space there. So I'll be rolling up the entire line this time. We'll see how long this takes me. You can time me. People say I'm super quick at this, but I'm actually not. It's just, it doesn't take too long to do this anyway. It's just some muscle memory. That figure 8. Throw that in. More figure 8. Oh, this is an ideal place to set up and play radio. It really is. I need to string this all out sometime or bring a lighter with me, clip off and singe some of these frayed parts here. They're still, it's still way strong enough for everything I'm doing, but it'd be good to do that. And not too much more to go here. Oh, there comes the rest of it, pretty much. That was the rest of it. These really, really do not, they deploy perfectly if you do it like this.
That's good.
You get a big bundle, put it in there,
Off the back and knock yourself out.
and that's it. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna send my 7.3s now. If we put this up, I don't want to take the camera over to where these other people are using the picnic shelter. So here we go. Perfect. Not that hard. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today and joining Eric. We're going to have some more activations here en route to Dayton and also during Dayton and everything during Hamvention time. So there will be much more activations probably with other people, and that's kind of the fun thing about doing this. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to my Patreon and Coffee Fund supporters. I really appreciate it. And I would say 7.3s to Eric, but he's way down the road down there already walking. So thank you so much. Thank you for being on this planet. It's a better place because you are in it. Until next time, take care and 7.2s.